In the mid-1960s, Alcan discovered the first occurrences of bauxite in the Amazon region, specifically in the far western portion of the state of Pará. Geological surveys in the region lasted more than 5 years and covered an area of 63,000 hectares. The 1967 discovery of high-grade bauxite deposits in the Trombetas River region led Alcan to constitute MRN, Mineração Rio do Norte. Implementation of the Trombetas project began in 1971, but work was suspended soon afterwards due to a strong depression in the world aluminum market. In October 1972, Alcan Empreendimentos and Companhia Vale do Rio Doce signed a letter of intent in which they agreed to hold talks aimed at the establishment of a joint venture to revive the project's implementation. But the agreement of Mineração Rio do Norte shareholders was only signed in June 1974. The shareholders include two Brazilian companies, Companhia Vale do Rio Doce and Companhia Brasileira de Alumínio, that have a 51% stake, and 7 foreign companies that had the remaining 49%. Among the latter is Alcan with 19% of the shares. Construction of the Trombetas project was resumed in early 1976, and extraction activities began at the Saracá mine in April of 1979. On August 13 of that same year, the Cape Race ship left Porto Trombetas, carrying MRN's first load of bauxite to Canada. Over the years, MRN's shareholder structure changed and is currently comprised of the following companies: Companhia Vale do Rio Doce, 40%; BHP Billiton Metais S.A., 14.8%; Alcan Participações Limitada, 12%; Companhia Brasileira de Alumínio, 10%; Alcoa Alumínio S.A., 8.58%; Alcoa World Alumina, 5%; Abalco S.A., 4.62%; Norsk Hydro Brasil, 5%. MRN's operations in Porto Trombetas include the minerals extraction, enrichment, rail transportation, drying, and loading on ships. The company's initial production capacity was 3,350,000 tons of bauxite per year, practically all of which was exported. MRN's current output is more than 17 million tons a year, which helps it maintain its competitive position among the world's biggest and best bauxite producers. The quality traits of the mineral found in Trombetas are extremely favorable for the company in market terms. Even so, the company believes that the best possible use of a natural resource is closely linked to the technology available and to the cost-saving nature of the operations needed for its production. The bauxite that MRN supplies the domestic and foreign markets is guaranteed by the company's modern mining, transportation, and loading installations, and by the navigability conditions of the Trombetas River. Long-term supply contracts are stable in terms of guarantees for both the seller and the buyer. The economic stability of the business and its growth is also guaranteed. The success achieved by the company must be attributed to the excellent performance of its employees. Mineração Rio do Norte invests in the training and professional improvement of its employees from the Amazon region, as well as those from other parts of the country who are hired by the company. Once workers are properly trained and qualified, problems pertaining to their adjustment and settlement in the region are eliminated. The use of workers from the Amazon region has been a basic guideline of the company since the startup of its operations, and serves as an example of how to foster the region's socio-economic development. With the comfort and safety of its staff in mind, MRN installed an urban nucleus equipped with a complete basic sanitary and social infrastructure, comprised of a potable water and sewage treatment system, as well as a power generation plant and a waste separation and composting system. The nucleus has approximately 1,000 houses and living quarters for more than 1,500 unmarried workers. Porto Trombeta's infrastructure also includes grade to high school educational facilities for more than 1,000 students, a 32-bed hospital and lab services, leisure clubs, a movie and stage theater, the Memory House, a commercial center, an airport that can handle landings and takeoffs of Boeing 737 type aircraft, and a national and international digital communications center. Mineração Rio do Norte is proud of being a participative company, aware of its role as a corporate citizen. Its social responsibility actions are based on 4 pillars: education, safety, sustainable development, and the preservation of the environment. Whether on its own or through partnerships, the company has always strived to meet its commitment to the region's development, fostering projects that benefit Western Pará's many communities. The company has always been directly or indirectly involved in the environmental preservation programs it has been developing since it began its operations. These programs include the reforestation of mined areas, the rehabilitation of the Batata Lake, the conservation and maintenance of the Trombetas River Biological Reserve, the proper handling of the natural and renewable resources of the Saracá-Taquera National Forest, and the sustainable management of the Amazon's quelonios, turtles native to the region. The seriousness of MRN's pro-environment efforts earned it the ISO 14001 certification for environmental management excellence. The certification scope includes the company's administrative and operational areas, as well as the Porto Trombeta's urban nucleus. Mineração Rio do Norte is fully aware of its importance in this scenario and knows that its best contribution to the well-being of mankind and of the planet's living species is to always elaborate and execute its projects with social and environmental responsibility.